biscuits, what's that sound? Biscuit crumbs falling all around. Every episode we breaking it down. Join the fun, we the best in town.
Hi, my name is Rodolfo. If you see the dog, this is Milo the dog.
My name is Matthew.
And I'm Helen.
And welcome to Biscuit Crumbs. And on today's episode, pilot episode 1, we are going to be discussing AI and things that we have to deal with AI, and everybody does. And also about how AI is going to be eliminating a lot of jobs. Even this year, it's looking like 85 million jobs will be eliminated by the end of this year due to AI. But we'll also be adding more jobs, but still not really good, as things are going to continue to be eliminated due to AI.
Yep.
So, I don't know what you guys have or thoughts on AI.
Yeah, currently, like, even with Amazon, as of 2023, Amazon has 750,000 robots in their warehouse. One of the robots that they're using, it's named Digit. It's made by Agility Robotics. So these robots, they have obviously arms and legs, just they can move and grasp and handle items just like humans. Right now Amazon is using them just to move, like, obviously boxes from shelves, putting items in boxes. And I think it's kind of interesting because right now, currently, the cost to have one of these robots for Amazon is $10 to $12 an hour, compared to like a human who, right, what's the minimum currently to employ a human? It's
about like 15 or something, I've been asking. Or
yeah, so like,
I mean, that's a big difference from paying people on an hourly wage of like 15. I mean, it really depends on the area. Some places, I mean, it could be more, but that's crazy, just the costs that they're cutting from having people to having AI do their jobs. So, I mean, that's a lot more money that they're saving in their pockets, but obviously those are just a bunch of jobs that are going to be eliminated.
Yeah.
Literally putting people out of work.
Yeah,
it's constantly working, so.
Yeah. Like, that's just the warehouse, like, right? Like, and even Amazon predicts that eventually it's $10, $12 an hour currently, but they believe that, these robots are eventually gonna, the production is gonna ramp up, that eventually the cost will be $2 to $3 per robot per hour. So you can't pay any human being like $2 or $3 here in the US. So, and that's just a warehouse. Imagine once it takes over for like not like for deliveries. I mean, we already see some of this AI in cars, like the car itself is self-drive. It's gonna get rid of drivers. Obviously this is already happening in warehouses, so soon we're not gonna need those warehouse agents. Cashiers, imagine just paying $2 to $3 just for a robot cashier. And these robots don't get sick, they don't call out, they don't, whereas it's more reliable in a way than a human. It can maybe have a malfunction, which that's the only bad thing that can happen, but in general, they can work 24/7 for you. So like in a warehouse, if you have a company and you want, the robot to be working all day, that's great. It's more production for you. So yeah, like I can see where this robot can cost $2 to $3 an hour.
Yeah, I can see the good things on it. I mean, the thing about, like, fast food chains, it's you can pretty much there's like with McDonald's or any other places, or if you go like in Europe, there's the screen that you'll choose from, and it does it for you, and it has all that stuff there. Well, I mean, a good thing is that it can replace that, but you'll probably, not even probably still need cooks too, because it can actually do cooking. And the crazy part about that is it's like it'll definitely take a lot of those jobs.
Well, have you seen the automated McDonald's?
I hope the McFlurry machine still works with that.
yeah, right. But literally, it's completely all AI animated, where literally they only have like one person come in to just check on everything at the end. But completely, it's all being managed by robots.
Yeah.
So your food and everything comes out, and it's all made by a robot.
Yeah.
I think everything. So
on like the cruises, have you seen those baristas or like the bars? They'll make your drink for you.
Right.
And there's things like that, which is pretty crazy. And
that is crazy.
I mean, there's obviously some malfunctions, some like things that definitely people are going to still have jobs for that, to like kind of look into the program, like if it overfills the cup and it's spilling it, it's putting it in the wrong place. There's definitely videos on that too.
Yeah.
But damn, yeah, it's taken over.
Yeah, and you know that like most jobs that are going to be eliminated by AI sooner than later will be customer service representatives, receptionists, accountants, bookkeepers, salespeople, research and analysis, warehouse workers, insurance underwriting, retail, just to name a few. Those are jobs that are going to be eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, even like
sorry for Milo here. He just wants to join the podcast.
Milo, come boy.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, and like adding to that, another job that will eventually get replaced is also like healthcare. Just like with radiologists, like this AI it's becoming more accurate, where it can like imagine radiologists spend a lot of time working, so sometimes they're like, I'm not saying that they, like humans, they make errors, so if they're overworked, hopefully it doesn't happen, but I mean, humans could make mistakes, and they can misdiagnose a person. AI again doesn't get tired, so like in the field of like medicine, AI is going to be more accurate, and like what company wouldn't want to integrate AI to, like, for example, on like in radiology, just reading images, where they're going to be 100% accurate in diagnosing a person, so even in medicine, this is becoming, it's good for humanity in the way that you'll get good care, but it's kind of scary if you're going into that field, because becoming a radiologist is not 1-2 years. Becoming a radiologist is about 10 to 12 years of education. So imagine if you took those 10 to 12 years of education just to be let known that soon we don't need you.
Yeah.
Obviously it's going to take some time, AI first has to be trained. So I see in the future radiologists working with AI, because AI needs to learn first. So I do see radiologists training AI how to diagnose these, like, let's say if in an image they saw someone have a pulmonary disease, a radiologist would teach AI, this is what they need to see, or this is what it looks like. But once the AI knows how to detect it, trust me, we're not going to need those radiologists anymore when it gets to that point.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, and just like I was mentioning about listing the certain jobs that are going to be eliminated by AI sooner than later, I actually applied to this job. I pretty much got the job, but I haven't really gotten anything, and it's actually to train AI. And it's just crazy seeing that all these different job listings of different from companies that are hiring people to train AI to do these certain jobs, And that just goes to show which jobs are going to be eliminated soon by AI, because there's already people training AI to do these jobs. And the more we train AI to do it, well, simple. Soon they won't need those people to do that job anymore, because AI could do it and AI could do it better. But that also goes to show that we're also kind of the problem if we're training AI to do these things, because they're going to be able to produce it a lot faster than we are and do it better than we do.
It's also going to get rid of those like little mitigating tasks, because actually my job started introducing AI into that field. We've been having a lot of meetings for it. It's called like Druid AI, but what they do is they work with Salesforce and Druid AI, and it combines everything. Like, for example, get rid of those pesky like cases like, oh, forgot password. You know, they'll automatically be like, okay, if you forgot your password, contact your administrator, or something more in depth about like, you know, a doctor's interface of trying to communicate a drug with their special token, and you know, it'll tell them the steps on how to do it, and it'll send it automatically. So it's going to get rid of a lot of that stuff, which is helpful too. But then it's also like, it's definitely going to get rid of like,
yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to make our jobs easier, but definitely it's not going to be good that it's going to be too good to do things too easy for us. And it's like, well, why need you? I can do it myself. You know, robots are going to be able to do it, so AI is going to be able to do it better than we can, and a lot less error, because too much human error in a lot of things. So it just sucks to see that more and more jobs are going to go away. But definitely we could see it so far in retail, you know, self-checkout. Self-checkout, we do it ourselves, but less employees.
It's still going to be that person asking for a receipt.
True. Yeah, that's one thing. More soon it'll be a robot asking you, scan your receipt, make sure you just paid, right?
I would love to see it in
Make it automated. Yeah. I mean, just like Amazon had that one store where basically everything you picked up is scanned. It scanned what you picked up, and if you put it back, obviously it would remove it off your order. But basically, you don't even have to check out. You just like scan this little barcode, and then it's done. Everything that you picked up, you paid for, you purchased it, literally came out of your account.
Yeah, I did read about that one. I think there's one around the area here, like, right?
Yeah, not sure if there is one here, but
definitely.
Yeah, I haven't been to that.
Yeah,
to that store, but it really be interesting, you know, seeing it in person.
Yeah.
You know, just something different, you know. And on top of that, literally, like we're talking about AI, like everything's automated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
It's crazy.
and no employees too. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Literally nobody working there.
So like, imagine like, all right, so obviously this is where we're heading, right? Little by little, it's going to take some time to see us all be, you know, eventually with no jobs, right? Because we're training AI at the moment. But when we get to that place where AI has become self-sufficient enough to do our jobs, like, what's going to happen with us? Like, you know, like, what are we gonna do? Like, what are, you know, like as humans, we obviously need to still have some sort of income to survive. So
yeah, like how will the world change when all jobs are basically taken by AI? Like, yeah, just like you said, is there gonna be a standard income, like something that Elon Musk was talking about? Is that he feels like everything's going to become standardized. Like, we're all going to be making a certain income to survive, and then robots and AI is going to be working all other jobs. Basically, we'll have nothing to do. And how could we do anything if AI could do it better? AI could do it faster, and AI could do it without error, basically.
That's true. I just see like a cycle repeating itself from like when all the innovations that we've come up like, let's say a washing machine, right? It takes time to wash your clothes by hand, right? And then create a washing machine, so then you got more time to do stuff. And the oven, right? That too is like, it takes time to heat something up, and then preparing it. Now it took a vacuum as well.
The broom.
I used to see the inventions and everything. It's taken all that time that you needed to do all these tasks, and now you're gonna have more time. But then what else, right? What are we gonna do now
with our time that we had free? So like, it'll be cool. Like, I mean, the problem I see, I mean, we're heading into interesting times. Like, I think, like, I mean, it's kind of cool and fascinating that, right, we were like, oh yes, no more jobs, you know, I don't have to go to a job. But there's two good, I mean, there's some good and some bad. The good thing I see is the creativity that you can, you know, be able to, like, maybe you'll be able to do more things that you always wanted to do that we never had time because we were always at work, right? So maybe, like, if I can see, if, you know, you were into like photography, maybe you'll be able to do more photography, or maybe you'll be able to do paintings or whatever, you know, have more free time on the things that you always wanted to do, which I think that part is good. But one part that I'm worried about is the income part. Like, who is going to be in control of telling each family
that's true,
how much they're going to make? Like, what system is going to be in place to be like, this family today is, you know, for this year they're going to only make 100,000, and this family over here is going to make 200,000. Like, how are they going, whoever they is, I don't know, the government or whatever, how are they going to decide what, you know, how much a family makes? And will that be enough? Like, what if, like, you know, obviously things are going up in price, you know, right? Gas, grocery, even rent, like, you know, thank God we don't rent, but interest rates are going higher, and people who do rent, because majority of people actually rent than own. So, like, are people going to be able to afford life? Like, you know, 100,000 a year is really nothing, you know?
Yeah. Like,
well, it's gonna be interesting, because what is it going to turn into? A utopian society where everybody just pretty much has equal? I don't think that's going to be a good thing. It's definitely going to create a lot of chaos, issues.
Like, is it going to increase crime?
Is it going to,
like, are we going to
turn the U.S. into a civil war again?
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm worried about. Like, are we going to, like, are there going to be more riots? Because, like, let's say if a family is, like, you know, a lot of financially, I feel like, if you know how to manage your money, doesn't matter if you make 100,000 or if you make 50,000. But what about with those people who don't know how to use their money correctly and overspend too much, and then they start feeling like the money they're earning yearly is not enough? Are they gonna start robbing people? Or is crime gonna increase? Like, I guess those unknowns is what's scary. Like, I'm all up for change and everything, and I think that's cool and all, but, like, I'm also worried about that aspect.
Yeah, and this is where I think that AI is definitely gonna change things for us, either in a good way or a bad way. But there's definitely pros and there's definitely cons to it, and we just don't know what the future holds with that. And we're just going to continue seeing it progress over time and as it goes. And what we have to do is just keep up with the trend, is what we need to do. And everybody needs to do. We just got to keep up with AI, and that's really what we should all do. And that's a wrap for today's episode on Biscuit Crumbs. And thank you for watching and listening, and stay tuned for more crumbs on our next episode on climate change.
And if you like what you heard today, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any crumbs that you want us to talk about, drop it down in the comment section below, and we'll make sure to get that on the next episode. Thank you.
Oh, biscuits.